in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, exploring some streams, looking for fish, whether they be trout or smallmouth bass or pike. But actually fish are not our priority. Actually, what's our priority is scenery shots. I'm sure that we've all seen plenty of fish. We're specifically looking for great scenery shots. Fish should be secondary. This river is a trout river. So far we haven't hit anything, but it is extremely pretty. And we're up here shooting some stuff for the new OPST rods that are coming out. And I know that some people are going to want to know what kind of action these rods have. It's hard for me to describe action, especially nowadays. I mean, back in the old days when all you had was a slow rod, medium rod, a fast rod, and everybody's using the same modulus of graphite, then it was probably easier to talk about rod action. But nowadays, you have not only slow taper, medium taper, fast taper, regressive taper, you have all kinds of graphite composites mixed with other grades or moduluses of graphite. So it's really hard to describe a rod action. All I can really tell you is that this series of rods over a period of a couple of years, my feedback going back, them sending rods out, me being given rods, me casting them, fishing them, then sending back feedback on what I like to have in a rod, and we eventually came to this. My number one priority on a rod is that it feels good casting and fishing. Not necessarily ultimate distance or ultimate power, but once again, I like a rod. If a rod doesn't feel good to me when I'm casting it, then I won't fish it. And what I mean by that is it feels good when you're fighting a fish, feels lively when you're fighting a fish, and also gives you feedback. And what I mean by feedback is that when you're casting, especially Skagit casting, since we're using the water to put tension on our line, I like to be able to feel what we call the load. And when you feel the load and you can feel it being maintained all the way through the casting process, then you know that cast is going to come out good. If you can't feel what the rod is doing during the cast, then your casting is not going to be good because you're just guessing as to timing and stuff. So those are the two priority requirements I want in my rod. Good feedback during casting, lively feel fighting a fish, light in hand, not necessarily in technically speaking as in 3.7 ounces or anything like that, but feeling light in the hand. And then also, of course, casting well, and these rods do all that. And I'm very impressed with them, very impressed. I like them very much. So.